Hey, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to my reading journey. Hope we're all doing fantastic. And today we're gonna start with a new story, the Marionettes. So let's do this. The policeman was standing at the corner of 24th Street and prodigiously dark alley, prodigiously dark alley near where the elevated railroad crossed the street. The time was 2 o'clock in the morning. The outlook a stretch of cold. The outlook of a stretch of cold, drizzling, and sociable blackness until the dawn. A man wearing a long overcoat with his head tiled, titled, tilted down in front, tilted down, and carrying something in one hand, walked softly but rapidly out of the black alley. The policeman accosted him civilly, but with the assured air that is linked with conscious authority. The hour, the alley's muster reputation, the pedestrian's haste, the burden he carried, these easily combined into suspicious circumstances that required illumination at the officer's hands. The suspect halted readily, and tilted back his head, exposing in the flicker of the electric lights an emotionless, smooth countenance with a rather long nose and steady dark eyes. Thrusting his gloved hand into a side pocket of his overcoat, he drew out a card and handed it to the policeman. Holding it to catch the uncertain light, the officer read the name Charles Spencer James, M.D. The street and number of the address were of a neighborhood so solid and respectable as to subdue even curiosity. The policeman's downward glance at the article carried in the door's hand a handsome medicine case of black leather with small silver mountings, further enrosed the guarantee of the card. "All right, doctor," said the officer, stepping aside with an air of bulky affability. "Orders ought to be extra careful. Good many burglars and holdups lately. Bad night to be out. Not so cold, but clammy. Clammy." With a formal inclination of his head, and a word or two corroborative of the officer's estimate of the weather, Dr. James continued his somewhat rapid progress. 3 times that night had the patrolman accepted his professional card, and the sight of his paragon of a medicine case as vouchers for his honesty of purpose person and purpose. Had any one of those officers seen fit of the morrow to test the evidence of that card, he would have found it borne out by the doctor's name borne out by the doctor's name on the handsome door plate. His presence, calm and well dressed, in his well equipped office, provided it were not too early. Dr. James, being a late riser, and the testimony of the neighborhood to his good citizenship, his devotion to his family, and his success as a practitioner, the 2 years he had lived among them. Therefore, it would have much surprised any of those zealous guardians of the peace could they have taken a peep into that immaculate medicine case. Immaculate. Upon opening it, the first article to be seen would have been an elegant set of the latest conceived tools used by the boxman as an ingenious safe burglar now denominates himself. Specially designed and constructed were the implements, the short but powerful jemmy, the collection of curiously fashioned keys, the blue drills and punches of the finest temper, capable of fitting their way into chill steel as a mouse eats into a cheese, and the clamps that fasten like a leech to the polished door of a safe and pulled out the combination knob as a dentist extracts a tooth. In a little porch in the inner side of the medicine case was a 4-ounce vial of nitroglycerin, now half empty. Underneath the tools was a mass of crumpled banknotes and a few handful of good coin, the money altogether amounting to $830. To very limited circle of friends, Dr. James was known as a swell Greek. Half of the mysterious term was a tribute to his cool and gentlemanlike manners. The other half denoted in the argot of the brotherhood, the leader, the planner, the one who by the power and prestige of his address and position secured the information upon which they based their plans and desperate enterprises. Of this elect circle, the other members were Skitsai Morgan and Gamdecker, expert boxman, and Leopold Pratsfelder, a jeweler downtown who manipulated the sparklers and other ornaments collected by the working trio. All good and loyal men, as loose-tongued as Memnon, and as fickle as the North Star. That night, work had not been considered by the firm to have yielded more than a moderate re- repale for their plans. Repale. An old style two-story sideboard safe in a Digny office of a very wealthy old style dry goods firm on a Saturday night should have exerted more than $2,500. But that was all they found, and they had divided it, that three of them, into equal shares upon the spot, as was their custom. 10 or 12,000 was what they expected. But one of the proprietors had proved to be just a trifle too old style. Just after dark, he had carried home in a shirt box most of the funds off on hand. Alright, guys, the story goes on, and we're gonna continue with the second part, but tomorrow. Thank you for joining me today, and see you tomorrow. Bye.